So when you get started with the business, you get hit with a lot of different things all at once. You get hit with, do I need to get an LLC or form have a business formation? How do I get a place, an office space, or do I do it from home? How do I get a business license? Do I need a business license? How do I get a website? Do I need to get an employee employees, or should I do it all myself? You're really having to figure out a whole bunch of things all at once, especially if it's your first time through and if you don't have any guidance or otherwise mentorship. And so one of those things that you often get hit up with is, as part of getting a business started, do I need to get a patent? Do I need to get a trademark? Should that be part of starting the business? Can I hold off? Can I wait? Or kind of what should that look like? And the short answer is there isn't one absolutely right answer for every single business. It always depends a little bit on each business, and it's a bit business specific, but give you a few guidelines. So a patent application, one thing you're going to want to think about is there, I guess, basically two things that you're going to think about as far as patents. If you have a business that is doing an invention, that has a product, you created something that's new or different and unique, then you're looking at maybe getting a patent. Patents work that is the first person to file is the first person is the person that's the presumptive inventor of the invention. And so if you're to think of, let's say I'm going to expose my idea to a lot of people, or I'm going to go and start putting it on a website, or I'm going to do crowdfunding, or I'm going to pitch it to people. If any of those people think it's a great idea, or independent, let's say it's a really crowded field and a lot of people are working to solve the same problem or make the same product or whatnot, and it's a crowded field. All of those things mean you're going to do that earlier the better. Now, does it mean you have to do it the day that you start the business? No, you don't have to. You can get your building set up, get the rent due, you can get the LLC done, you can get the website up, but you are going to look at that risk and say, the more that I do with the business, if I don't have something in place, if I don't have a patent, I am increasing the risk that somebody else is going to come along, think it's a great idea, file on a patent first, and then I'm going to be boxed out of my own business. The other thing you consider with the time frame on a patent is that you have 12 months from the time you originally put it out in the public, your invention out in the public, within which you can file a patent on. Putting it out in the public can mean you offer it for sale, you put it on a website, you go and do a trade show, you go and pitch it to investors or manufacturers, anything where it's just not internal to the business, anything out in the public, you get that 1 year time clock ticking from the first time you put it out in the public. So that's kind of your thing. So do you have to get a patent before you start a business? No. If you're going to invest a lot of blood, sweat, and money and tears into the business, and it's going to be exposing it to a lot of people and getting it out there and increasing your risk, you're going to want to get that earlier on in the business. Now, second is on trademarks. Trademarks, as a reminder, is for branding. Branding is, name of a company, name of a product, a logo, a catchphrase, something that's branding of your business, that's protected with trademarks. Now, those ones are a little bit the same and a little bit different. Trademarks, do you need to get one of those to get started? No. You're going to dispel a couple myths. Forming an LLC does not protect your trademark. You still have to protect it. You still have to get a trademark. It doesn't protect your brand to just simply form a business or register it with the state. Getting a URL or a website, a domain, does not protect your trademark or does not protect your brand. So you are going to have to look and say those are different things that you're likely going to do, but it doesn't protect your brand. Now, when should you thinking about getting a trademark? Well, you can get the business up and running and you can get it all started without having to have that brand. You can get the LLC, you can get the website, you can get everything else, and you can even start to establish the brand. On a trademark, when I'm thinking about it, is kind of when you get to that ouch factor. In other words, if you get to a point that if you would have to redo the branding and the marketing of your business, and it's going to hurt the business, it's going to be a lot more difficult process. It's going to be a lot of time involved. You're going to have to do a lot of SEO, and it's going to be a lot of money and otherwise rebranding. And if it gets to that point, you need to get a trademark before that. So you don't have to get it day one. You can start building the brand and the reputation. And as long as you're okay saying, hey, if somebody came along and took the name first or anything else, I could pretty easily rebrand and I can switch gears. No big deal. Then you're probably don't need to get a trademark yet. But if your business is getting to that point, you're saying, no, we're starting to get a track record. We're starting to get a brand. Or if you're saying, I'm going to invest a whole bunch of money and we're getting ready to do a marketing push or a branding push, or we're going to launch a product and we want to make sure that somebody else doesn't come along and copy that, that's when you're going to want to consider getting a trademark. So patents and trademarks, do you need to get them to start a business? No. You can start a business without them. You never have to get them. But if you're going to invest a lot of money in a brand or in a product to invent it and to bring it to market, you're going to want to consider getting those because they're both important to your business. If you have any other questions or you want to get a bit more specific advice and mentorship and strategy for your business, feel free to reach out to us at Miller IP Law, and good luck with your business in the meantime.